How's it guys, Munash here, and today we have some rank 2 7-star Mr. Negative gameplay. So soon after pulling him, I took him to rank 2 with the 1-2 generic gem from Act 8.3, which I was actually saving for Mr. Negative because I was pretty low on tier 6 science at the time, and I wanted to make sure that I can take him to rank 2 as soon as I pull him. I just didn't expect to pull him this soon, but I am definitely not complaining. And once I explore Necropolis, he will go to rank 3. Unless I can get him to rank 3 with offers from Cyber Weekend bundles, but I'm not relying on that. So in terms of stat focus, I'm going with special attack damage just to do more degen damage. Negative already has a fairly high crit rate, so extra critical rating doesn't help him as much, especially considering that most of his damage does come from specials. The other one that I see a lot of people using is block proficiency, because that actually is his weakest base stat. It's just not good, to say the least, but honestly it's never really bothered me, like I haven't really noticed it that much. And then I ended up transferring my 5-star Hulk relic from my 6-star negative to the 7-star. And I still really want to dupe the 7-star for those extra little benefits, but for most fights he's still better than the 6-star overall, just for the extra damage and health. And the nice thing is his sig doesn't scale very well, which is actually a good thing, because you get most of the benefits at lower sig and then you soon start seeing diminishing returns. But anyway, getting into the gameplay, I decided to break him in against Necropolis Diablo of all fights, because a few hours before pulling him, somebody actually asked me if he would work on this fight after hearing some conflicting stories. So I said I would try it out with my 6-star, but then I pulled the 7-star, so here we are. And long story short, he does work for this fight, although it's not the easiest fight, and it's certainly not the easiest negative fight. In fact, I didn't do very well on my first attempt just due to the nodes. I think I only took about 40% on my first attempt, and then I just tried using other champs on my team that were still alive just to get a bit of practice before I restarted, and then I got it down a little bit better the second time. So the main thing that makes this fight annoying is his necrotic boon node. Basically what it does is every 18 seconds he picks one of 3 ingredients, and what you have to do is match or copy that ingredient by using light attacks, because that will cycle through the 3 ingredients. And then you select the ingredient by using a medium combo ender. Then once you have the right ingredient selected, you have to dash back and hold block for 0.6 seconds to consume it. And you have to keep on doing that within every 18-second interval, otherwise you'll take 15% of your max health as direct damage. So you can only fail to do that a couple of times before you lose all your health. So that's the main thing that makes this fight a bit tricky. Then there's also the trap node Pillow Hands, which gives you a 20% passive stifle and a 250 passive fatigue for 10 seconds whenever you crit. So the main problem is the stifle, because that lowers your combat power rate by 20%. And like I said earlier, Negative does have a relatively high crit rate, so I was stacking those stifles quite easily. In fact, I think when I do attempt to clear this path for real, I might just remove the precision mastery just so I crit less. So once I got used to the nodes, my strategy for this fight was just to throw special 2s with at least 10 dark energy. Because I'm not actually trying to do degen damage here, I'm just trying to reverse his healing. And you need to have at least 10 dark energy to place 2 petrifies. Each one has 80% potency, so at 160% you are reversing quite a bit, and if you're running max despair, which I always do, you'll reverse even more. So once I got the hang of the fight, it actually became quite fun, to a certain extent though, because he does have phases which makes him even more annoying. Once he drops below 70% health, he enters phase 2, which is pretty much the same as phase 1, except now you have to hold block for 1.2 seconds instead of 0.6 to consume the ingredient, which is still not that bad. I was doing quite fine in the second phase, but when he drops below 40%, he enters the third phase, and now you have to wait 3 seconds for the ingredient to brew. And during the fight I actually forgot about this, which obviously didn't help me at all, so I ended up taking a lot more damage in this phase, and at this stage I had less than half the time left, so I was getting muted during special attacks, which obviously didn't help my cause. But the biggest mistake I made was just eating a combo. Like, I don't know how I dropped my block at this point, but he dropped a 4-hit combo, which took me from 56% health to 0 in just 4 hits. So I was a bit annoyed by that, but not enough to start again just for the solo. I think I'll get it next time, hopefully, maybe, we'll see. So I ended up reviving to finish this fight, because I still wanted to see and make sure that it's still doable if you start with him in the third phase and he can still heal up before you can actually get him down. So the second fight started with him at 27%, and I think he got up to about 40% before I finally got some petrifies on him just due to the stifles making my ramp up a lot slower. But I did eventually get him down in the second fight, although it was pretty close I must say. But I also didn't heal up, which would have made it a bit easier, because then I wouldn't have to worry as much about the direct damage. So yeah, that is pretty much it for this one. I am still just so over the moon that I finally have this champion as a 7-star. Looking forward to making more showcases, but I am so behind on content right now that it might be a while before I go back to the negativity. So yeah, I hope you found this interesting, and as always, thank you for watching, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon.